Good afternoon and welcome. You're watching News Now at 12. I'm Nupur Talwar Suri. First up, as always, here's a quick check of the top headlines we're tracking here on Times Now. Prime Minister Modi flags off the run for unity with a veiled attack on the Congress. Do not politicize Sardar Patel's legacy, says the Prime Minister. The Congress counters Prime Minister Modi, says do not undermine the sacrifice of the former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi.
जी ऐसे है कि ये आदेश तो पहले से ही है। ये इलीगल है कि सरपंच के अलावा कोई भी काम करे, लेकिन हम लोगों ने जाने दिया है लापरवाही से। तो अब हम लोग कह रहे हैं कि जब तक ऐसे करोगे तब तक औरत ऊपर उठ ही नहीं सकती। और ये खास करके ऐसे प्रदेशों में जैसे उत्तर प्रदेश में बहुत सारी औरतें हैं जो सरपंच बार बार बनती हैं, लेकिन सरपंच के तौर पर उनकी ताकत नहीं बढ़ती है क्योंकि मर्द उनको बढ़ने नहीं देते। तो अब ये है कि अगर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में सब लोग मना करें कि हम सरपंच प्रधानपति के साथ कोई रिश्ता नहीं रखेंगे, वो नीचे इसके लिए नहीं आ सकता है, वो हमसे बात नहीं कर सकता है, बात करेगी तो सरपंच ही बात करेगी।
Well, that, of course, was Maneka Gandhi talking about the large number of women sarpanches. But moving on now, Bangalore has been shamed again as a 6-year-old fell prey to predators at school. The anger now out on the streets as the city erupts in protest following repeated cases of violence against children. The accused in this case has accepted to committing the crime, but the state's government's bid to stop violence against school children is failing miserably. The question is, when will Chief Minister Siddaramaiah wake up to predators at school?
We have questioned him thoroughly, and very soon we are going to show the arrest of that person. He seems to be the accused in this case, but like formal announcement will be made later in the day at appropriate level, and other things like he will be subsequently then produced for the court, and then 164 statement as per the POCSO Act provision that will be in respect of like the victim. We will get it conducted, and other formalities whatever is there that we will take action with regard to that. And here we have come to see that what are the implementation about the guidelines issued by Commissioner of Police Bangalore City. So we have found that so many things which was meant to be implemented that had not been implemented till now. So we'll bring it to the notice of the Honorable High Court also, because next date of hearing is on 7th of November, and definitely Honorable High Court will take a serious view about this thing.
Well, Pooja Prasanna is reporting on this. Pooja, it is the 4th incident in less than a month. Now, what is the state government doing? Because it is very clear from that reaction that we were getting from the Bangalore police that all the guidelines, the safeguards that the state government had told schools to put in place to ensure that no such incidents are reported have not been kept in mind as far as this school is concerned.
Nupur, the irony is after the first incident of rape of a 6-year-old inside the Bangalore school, there were various guidelines that were set from the education department. But once the media scrutiny was over, we learned that these were just suggestions and were not enforceable. They were not imposed on schools. Only the set of guidelines that the police commissioner had set for the schools were to be imposed, and that too the private schools association has gone to the court with. So really very little has changed on the ground, because the schools have found various loopholes to ensure that they do not have to spend a single extra rupee to put up any kind of, to use any technology to increase the security of their schools. That is the situation on ground. Even as in the past 4 months, the number of rapes that are taking place of young children in schools are just going on increasing. On the other hand, the state government has been absolutely lax. Even the replies are just mired in rhetoric. The chief minister just going on saying law will take its own course. The state government is looking into the issue, but beyond that, what kind of measures will they take to curb these kind of problems is something that we're yet to hear on. Even the Women and Child Welfare Minister has not come out and given us any clear word on what she plans to do. They haven't even come out to address these protesters. Various student bodies also coming in now, apart from political parties, asking the state government to come out and address their issues, saying that they feel unsafe in their classrooms, but absolute silence as far as the state government is concerned.
Stay with us, Pooja. Let's also now take a reaction from the block education officer.
It is having all the permissions. It is having English medium permission from nursery to class 1 to 10th standard. Regarding permission, there is no doubting and all.
What about the norms? Are they?
No, they are having state syllabus. They are having permission for teaching state syllabus.
What about the security requirements that you recently?
No, it is all covered. It is all covered. Regarding CC cameras, they have given, they are installed everything. Once again, I will check. They are still investigating the thing. After getting the report, we will take. Definitely, we are taking the disciplinary action.
So, from your side, there is no violations at all. From education department side.
No, everything is covered.
Well, Pooja, that's a strange reaction that's coming from the block education officer there, because the police in their reaction have clearly said that there were a lot of guidelines which were not followed. So do you think at some level there is a dichotomy, and that is what is causing these incidents? This is the fourth incident in less than a month.
Absolutely, it's the fourth incident in a span of 4 months there, Nupur. But yes, there is a lot of dichotomy. The schools clearly are finding loopholes to ensure that they do not have to follow these guidelines, and that's what even these protesters are talking about. Because despite these incidents being on the rise, very little has changed. Even this particular school, when we asked the Additional Commissioner of Police earlier as to what were the guidelines that the school was not abiding by, he said that the number of CCTV cameras that are there in the school is very limited. There are just 3 or 4 CCTV cameras. Also, the floor supervisors are not present. Let's remember that after the first incident, the government had made it mandatory to have floor supervisors to ensure that there is no corridor in the school that is unmanned and is not without security. Also, the number of female staff, both teaching and non-teaching staff for primary children, had to be increased. This is also something that has not been done. In this particular instance, what we've learned is that the child was taken to the boys' restroom where she was molested over a period of 2 days. At that point of time, why was there no female staff present in the restroom? Why did nobody notice a male teacher escorting a 6-year-old girl to a boys' restroom? These are questions that the school will have to answer, but really nothing coming forth right now, because the management members of the board have switched off their phones and have not even, forget talking to the media, are not available for the officials of the education department as well as the police department.
Right, stay with us, Pooja. Let's now listen into some reactions that we are getting from parents as well as residents who have now taken to the streets of Bangalore in angry protests.
It's very bad. Here it's shocking. School-wise it is very good. And principal, teachers and head of the administration, everything is good, sir. Because of one person, one teacher, the whole institution got a bad name. We feel very sad.
स्कूल तो बहुत अच्छा है, पहले कभी ऐसा नहीं हुआ था। ये शिक्षक का वजह से ऐसा जो हुआ है बहुत खराब है। आगे कोई स्कूल में भी किसी भी बच्चे में नहीं होना चाहिए। जो भी शिक्षक को जो स्कूल में भर्ती करते हैं उस समय उनका जो बैकग्राउंड क्या है, वो कुछ है, सब कुछ जानकारी लेने के बाद उनको देना चाहिए।
Well, political reactions also coming into this. Let's listen in.
This is most unfortunate, very painful. Why are such incidents repeatedly taking place against our young children and our ladies? I think in addition to a strong reaction from the law enforcement agencies, the legal process, we need to collectively work and try to understand why this is happening so much. And with regular intensity in our society, we need to collectively work to solve this so that these things stop against our women and our children.
बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है, बेंगलोर से इस तरीके की कई खबरें आ चुकी। वहाँ की सरकार को इस मामले में सख्त कदम उठाने चाहिए। जो लोग जिम्मेदार हैं उनको सख्त सजा अदालत से दिलानी चाहिए